There's a reason why I did that. Why? Because I just remembered that I can take a 9-minute video and turn it into 5 reels. I don't want to sit down and talk for a whole 15. I don't want to do that. So yes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie. There are times when I don't practice what I preach. So for example, I might have a time where I want to do a lot of episodes of Out of Many One Boss Man, but I just don't get around to it. And a part of that is changing routine. Sometimes we want to be consistent, but the reality is, yeah, sometimes what you're experiencing doesn't really allow for that. You know, I'll just tell you. I'll just live with everybody, right? I've had people look at me and tell me that that I'm doing right here is a hobby because it's not making any money. So basically what I'm doing is a waste of time, even if it's, you know, insightful and meaningful and impactful to a lot of people. You know, this is a hobby. Content creation is a hobby. No, but then this is why you have Noah's Ark. Because they see what you do as a hobby. So the rain not falling. So you building that ark is a waste of time. Why would you build that ark? It's not going anywhere. There's no flood. The flood isn't coming. Hold on. Yeah, as I said. Oh, God. You saw what just happened, right? Yeah. See, I have to practice that. Right? See that? I have to practice. Anyhow. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. That's more like a culprit, bro. That is definitely a culprit, bro. That's a completely unprofessional presentation. I hate when it happens. You know? Because it throws me off. You see that? See that? That's not fun. That's not fun. I hate that. And then I have to pretend that it didn't happen. Just for the sake of the video's continuity. That's fun, right? Anyhow, I make a lot of analogies related to anime, MMA. Obviously that's anime is cinema, MMA is Champloo, right? And when it comes to education, obviously that's teaching. And so there's a bit of a intersection between digital media and teaching. In that, yeah, so I pulled a revolver Ocelot. Let me apologize. You're pretty good. Anyway, the idea is that I've rebranded. Well, not this. Boss Man Digital Media has always been about encouraging business owners and the entrepreneur to pretty much do 2 birds 1 stone. In other words, don't just be a business owner, be a content creator. Have fun with your business. Have fun with it. You know, I mean, look at LC Sign by example. He's hilarious, right? That is sort of, you know, and that's part of the idea behind even We Still a Learn, right? But in order for that to be a reality, I need the collaboration of multiple teachers. So I'm not going to do that by myself. It can't be called We Still a Learn and it end up being just me. Because then that would be called Me Still a Learn, not We Still a Learn. I don't want to false advertise. You understand? I want to be a man of my word. I want to honor my commitments. I want to show that discipline is everything when you do it every day. So there you go. Right? I hope that is clear. Right? But I've rebranded Boss Man Teaching. Right? And obviously now I'm breaking the fourth wall, I guess. You know, because we're supposed to be, you know? Yeah. Supposed to be different people. Right? And you know, for the fun of it, in some of the videos that I do here, I will always just switch your wardrobe, right? Because once you see a different color, whether it's red or red and blue, then it's digital media. It's a Sup with Bro episode. Or this, which is a School of Ridiculous Thought, right? Yeah. justifying, or my justification for the rebranding of Bossman Teaching. Let me get into that. I did a lot of advertising on behalf of myself to see what it's like to get people interested in coming to the online classes or face-to-face classes. Knowing how to advertise, knowing when to advertise, knowing when to pause the ad, knowing when to resume it. Right? So, no, it's a combination of things, right? So it's where I want to have a genuine discussion with teachers about the concerns and the issues that they face on a daily basis. Right? You have that. But then the other side to it is we'll talk about the problem, but we'll also provide the solution. Right? So it's not just going to be, I believe in creative complaining. So we'll creatively complain, but at the same time, we're going to have a solution to that, which is we're giving you your own retirement plan, which is 1, learn how to monetize on YFit. Right? WYFIT, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Right? At least 4 of them you can monetize. At least 4. So why not? Why not get the best of both worlds? So don't just think that, okay, it's never going to be just about who comes to your class. Because that part of the business, yes, that is important, but also you're going to provide, supplementary material on your page so that people have a reason to continue coming back. People have a reason to visit because you're supplying resources and that sort of thing, so people can say, oh wow, I didn't know that you had these worksheets, I didn't know that you had these materials, and so on. So right? I'm saying it's not just about me. Let me just, it's not just about me. Before it was all about how I could get people to come to my classes. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I have the perfect solution. But I know how to weather the storms, and I know what to expect, and I know what to protect myself from, and by virtue of what I've had to do for myself, that's what I will do on behalf of you. Now, see, I'm not in proper costume when I say that, right? So maybe I'll do that in the next video. Alright? That way it makes a little bit more sense, because I like to compartmentalize, so let's just do it like that. Yeah. So I rambled. So the truth of the matter is, I think the problem is we're caught up in our feelings. We want things to happen right now. We want things to be better today. We want same day delivery from a file that is thousands of terabytes, and we want the file to come down same day, and that's just not the case. So there you go.